Well, I mean, he used to participate in a lot of activities, extracurricular, going, I guess, on hikes, walking through the woods. Now, not so much. The whole reason why we even adopted George was, it was her idea. You know, she even took the pumpkin. It was around Thanksgiving, so it was kind of gnarly. Lashing out, sitting on the couch. He gets up, he sleeps in, he doesn't work, he doesn't do any chores. Kind of Jabba the Hutt kind of behavior, I guess. A lot of fast food around that time, actually. Treats, likes ham, cold cuts, I guess, in general. They're afraid of George sometimes. You gotta give them fair warning.
Why are so many of our young ones overweight?
I think a lot of our young ones are overweight now because they're less active than they used to be. I think it was more common previously that they would grow up out in farm areas, run wild in the fields, and spend a lot of time outside. And I don't think they're doing that as much as they used to. Foods have changed. I think that there's a lot of access to high-calorie foods that are maybe they're more palatable than some of the older foods were, but I think they're just eating too much and exercising too little.
Well, I guess we adopted George back in September of 1999.
Who's we?
Me and an old lady friend, but she's gone.
And you got to keep George?
Yeah, she took all the utensils and I got to keep George. You know, like any youngster, at first he was very shy, and then 2-3 weeks into it, he started sowing his oats, I guess. You know, like any teenager, pushing the limits of what he could do and what he can't do. He brought a bird home, and it was like a scene out of The Godfather. It was kind of creepy, actually. I came home and the house was all dark, and I walk in and he's all like flinching and squawking, and I'm like, "What's up, boy?" And you know, I look, and there looked like there were just feathers, like from a pillow, like he maybe ripped open a pillow. And I was just like, "Oh, damn it." I turned the light on, and you know, there's like a bird head, and it was definitely out of like The Godfather, I guess. A lot of blood and guts. Well, we have good days and bad days.
What's a good day?
Oh, he don't hurt me. He don't bite or nothing. You know, I just kind of wake up in the morning and it's all good. I say, "Hey, George," get some breakfast and try to make it out the door without, you know, him lashing out at me. Well, I mean, you know, everybody's got crosses to bear. I look at it like,
Okay.
I'm sorry, pardon me.
No, it's fine. Take a break.
In my practice, probably 60% of my patients are overweight, and I think at least a third of those fall into the obese category.
So this is George.
George.
Is he hard to lift?
Nah, I think he's all right.
He's a big boy.
He is kind of big boy. Yeah, his eating habits definitely deteriorated rapidly. At first, it was, you know, he was mild-mannered, you know, respectful, and next thing I know, it's full on. I wouldn't say gluttony, but it was gorge fest. He's barking for food, wicked early in the morning. Your basic treats, turkey, he likes ham. like cold cuts, I guess, in general. Big cold cut eater. We like to eat. We're not shy about eating, but you know, George has kind of bumped it up another notch there. Everybody's got faults, you know. I like to eat a lot of chocolate cake, you know, that ain't my fault, you know. I like chocolate. George likes a lot of chocolate. I've been blessed to adopt several Georges. When I was a youngster, I was a big fan of Bugs Bunny, and you know, Bugs Bunny was adopted by the abominable. Abominable. I thought it was abdominable, but whatever. So anyhow, he loved him and squeezed him and called him George, and that left a long-lasting image and impression on me. And every putty cat that I've ever had in my life, I've named him George. Like it's my fault that George is a fat boy?
Yeah, is that possible?
Or whatever, man, you know. Don't judge me, dude. I'm just trying to, you know, I'm abiding. I'm trying to coexist with George. You know, I'm not gonna just throw George away just because he ain't perfect.
What does your family think about George's weight problem?
My mom, my dad have brought it to my attention, but, you know, I let them know it's my responsibility, and I tell everybody, you know, look in the mirror, whatever. I'll worry about George. I love George, but, you know, like anything else, you know, there's many layers of George. I try to figure it out and kind of just put my hands up. George is his own keeper, I guess, you know. It's up to George to be George. I'm just, you know, kind of chaperoning, making sure others don't get injured or...
Naughty pussycat, you are very fat. You have butter on your whiskers, naughty pussycat. Pretty pussycat, sleeping on the mat. There's no butter on your whiskers, pretty pussycat. Naughty pussycat, naughty pussycat, you are very fat. You have butter on your whiskers, naughty whiskers, naughty pussycat, pretty pussycat, sleeping on the mat. There's no butter on your whiskers, pretty whiskers, pretty pussycat.
He seems to be enjoying your company right now.
It's love-hate, man. Look at it.